Studies have time and again shown that our brains cannot tell the difference between an actual physical event and the vivid visualization of that same event. When we experience something and when we visualize the same thing, we activate similar brain circuits. Being able to visualize effectively and to be taught how to do it in an easy and accessible way creates powerful habits that are transferred into performance. Visualization is like a form of meditation. Where it differs is that meditation is about being aware and paying attention to thoughts, feelings, and sounds in the moment. Visualization is a more directed practice, bringing in images, scenarios, and situations. Effective visualization has been compared to watching a movie in high definition on a massive screen with a clear and precise sound system. Everything should be vivid, with a lot of attention to detail, including sounds, smells, and emotional feelings. Even being as detailed as visualizing the feel of what muscles are activating is recommended when performing a task or skill. Brain scans of London taxi drivers have shown that the posterior hippocampus, the part of the brain related to learning and memory, is physically larger and has grown after they acquired the knowledge. The grueling memory test requires these taxi drivers to learn and remember 320 routes within a 6-mile radius of Charing Cross and covers a mind-boggling 25,000 streets and 20,000 landmarks. This shows that the human brain remains plastic even in adulthood and adapts to learn new tasks. Athletes talk a lot about visualization and the impacts they have on their performance. Conor McGregor, the UFC fighter, replays his fight nights thousands of times over in his mind, including everything from his walk-on to the smell of the arena to the sound of the crowd to all the colors in the ring to his opponent's movements as well as his execution. When he is sparring in the ring, he even has crowd noises blasted into the speaker system in his gym to get himself completely immersed in the experience. So, by the time he is there, it is so familiar to him and he is so relaxed and confident in what he needs to do, nothing feels that will upset his focus and concentration. Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, comments that he used to use visualizations all the time and used it in particular to prepare for competition and to motivate himself. His coach got him to follow a routine during the build-up to events. Every time Phelps went to bed, and as soon as he woke up in the morning, he had to visualize a slow-motion video of what he imagined to be the perfect race. Sure enough, he did this for so long that when the Olympics came, his habits took over and he swam the perfect race again and again. Alex Honnold, who became famous for the film Free Solo, would sit for hours and hours of visualizing every single move and everything that could possibly happen when scaling the face of El Capitan with no harness or safety equipment. He believes all the hard work was done in the months leading up to the event, and once he was on the climb, he says, it was just a matter of executing. More lab-based and scientific studies also show the power of visualization. In a study of 200 martial artists, it was found that visualizations and self-talk increase reaction time by roughly 10%. This amount in a fast-paced sport is often the difference between winning and losing. This should really resonate in a sport like squash, where we need to be able to keep up with the pace of the game, be able to make multiple decisions in split seconds of time, and to take in and absorb a wide range of information and variabilities. A Harvard study found that participants who only visualized 5-finger piano sequences for 2 hours a day for 5 days made the exact same brain changes as those participants who physically practiced the same activities. Furthermore, Dr. Biasato at the University of Chicago conducted a basketball experiment with a group of players being tested on their shooting accuracy. After initial testing, he then split the participants into 3 groups. Group 1 practiced their shooting every day for 1 hour. Group 2 didn't practice any basketball or shooting exercises, but only visualized them. And Group 3 conducted no basketball practice and no visualization. After 30 days, the groups were all tested again. Group 1 improved by 24%, Group 2 improved by 23%, and Group 3 showed no improvements. It is fascinating to see that the group who only visualized the practice were able to improve almost to the same degree as those that practiced throwing daily. There are studies currently being conducted now whereby combining visualization within the parts of the physical practice itself is being tested. This whole process can neatly be summarized in Hebb's law, which states that neurons that fire together wire together, meaning that if we continually have thought patterns or continually do something time after time, then the neurons in our brain tend to strengthen that learning.